Now today we're gonna look at Lithuania. In the last 2 days we look at Estonia and Latvia, and now it's the Lithuania turn. And we're gonna start with population. 2.8, 2.9 million people. You already see they have their peak back in the beginning of the 90s, and the growing rate, it shows some sign of going up, but I guess that was pretty much Ukrainians or Russians or whatever floating in the country, and now it's going down to the normal rate. Lithuania is one of those, again, Baltic states. They used to be former of the Soviet Union, and we saw how Estonia and Latvia, how well they hide that part or whatever. They pretty much disappeared. That USSR, that communist era that we can see in other ex-communist countries. So we're gonna see how exactly it's gonna play in Lithuania in a second. But now the population in 1955, 2.5 million. And now 2.8 million, so just a little bit in a increase in population. At their peak, there was about 3.7 million people, so they got down pretty much a million, I would say, almost a million. The growing rate back then was 1.1, 1.2%, now it's minus 1%. That translates in a net change about, back then, 28,000 people on plus, now there are 28,000 people on minus. Migrants back there was pretty much zero, and now it's minus 24,000. Median age 26, now 42, so clearly it's going to see some changes in this regard. And now the fertility rate was 2.6. They got below replacement in 1995, and now they're around 1.2. And I would say probably realistically they are already under 1. Urban area back then 35%, now pretty much 70%, so a huge increase, just doubling the urban area. And let's see how it's gonna be in the future. In 2050 it's gonna be around 2.2. I would say probably it's gonna go down under 2 million. The yearly change in percent is gonna be 100%. It's already minus 1. Probably it's gonna be minus 1.5. Who knows, maybe minus 2%. Yearly change is going to be around 20,000 people on minus, and migration is going to go still on the minus and going to go down around minus 2,000 people, I would say. Median age is going to reach 50 years old, which is probably going to be actually higher than that. Was going to be pretty much in 100 years. They doubled their median age in their country, so probably this by 2050 is going to be around 55 years old, I would say. And fertility rate 100% probably is going to be and maintain under 1. And the urban population at 83%. We saw the Estonia and Latvia, so this urban area pretty much doesn't apply, I think, for those countries, because even in countryside side, they still have all the comfort as they have people in the city, in urban area, and most likely it's even better to live there. Now the life expectancy, they got up as any other countries, and now maintaining a steady level around 76 years old for both sexes, female at 80, males at 71, so quite a difference between male and female, I would say. Infant mortality rate 3, which is great. Death under age of 5 is going to be 3.7, so yeah, it have to be to work on that. It's not the best, I would say, as we saw with Estonia, but they still have some room to manage it better. This is the pyramid, how it looks like. We have a male surplus around the age from 0 to 46, 47 years old, I would say. And then have a female surplus, so clearly tough times to go have kids or find a partner for those men between 0 and pretty much the entire young life. So yeah, good luck with that. Otherwise, the information about the fertility rate and the growing population and all that stuff pretty much the same, not that major changes. And if you wanna look in more detail, you can pretty much look it on the internet if you're looking for a specific area. In the economic, I think they're gonna be placed between Estonia and Latvia, especially per capita. They have the more people than Latvia and Estonia, so we're gonna see some increase, I would say, in their budget, especially for the net income of the GDP. Was going to be around the nominal in 2024 was 77 billion. Now it's 87 billion, so a huge increase. And The growing rate in 2021, 6.3, which is huge, especially in the pandemic year. 2.5 in 2022, and for 2023 they have 0.5, so clearly they got down, but most likely they're gonna push back immediately. Inflation 2024 2.1, I would say decent, manageable, but the best I would say probably is gonna be 1%. Is the they say they have to. I don't agree with that. They say they have to have some inflation, because the deflation is much worse from the perspective, but with inflation still we're not doing that well either. Now, historical point, I'm gonna go quickly to that. We're gonna see the first time we're gonna see Lithuania on the map, or start pretty remote to that. Lithuania in 950, so obviously, let's say the colonization of the or civilization go from the south to north, so clearly Lithuania was the first one between Estonia and Latvia, but we're gonna see with time they manage even much greater empire than pretty much all of the European countries, I would say. So they have the good times as a territory of this Polish Empire, as a land control in the Europe, I would say. Now they got much smaller. They used to be under Russian Empire for a long time, including all the Baltic states. So the Russian Empire used to have again all of those countries back in between 1721 and 1914, which is from quite a while, I would say almost 200 years. And then the Soviet Union came, and pretty much you're gonna see they got it. Now the Nazi got on. Look at this. So they have their time of independence around this timeline, and then after World War II, obviously anybody knows, they got under Soviet occupation for a long time, and now they got the independence back again. So that's the historical side. Now let's see the main the main part of those videos that remain is gonna be how exactly those people live, and we're gonna look as always randomly on the map. You're not gonna looking for anything. I don't know what to expect here. I don't know which are the good areas, which are the bad ones. Just go randomly on the map and see how well they're doing. From time to time, I like to have those dirt roads, like I say, in the countryside. Not every single one of them should be made from tarmac, but keep in mind this is 2012, so yeah, by now probably it's already different. But let's go, like I say, in those remote areas. Let's see how those people actually live. From what we saw in Latvia and Estonia, high expectation for Lithuania as well. And yeah, like I said, the road probably by now it's already improved, and the housing looks pretty nice yards, green pretty much everywhere. And keep in mind, this is a very remote area, so this is pretty much the worst you can actually see. Now in the cities, I'm curious how much of the communist architecture remain. Again, every time I see wood as a heating source, I don't like it, but I guess it is what it is. Like I say, I always think they have much better sources to heat and more efficient to heat your home. Yeah, pretty much, like I say, a nice place. It looks clean. The road needs some work, I would say, but again, I have no idea where exactly we are. Otherwise, the housing, it looks pretty nice, pretty decent. Let me check some other parts. Like I said, this is pretty much I think this is the new city. Or no, they have old houses here. Again, 2012, so they've been a while, so nobody from the Google sent another car to just check those new areas. So clearly this is more than 10 years ago, and it looks pretty good, I would say. From 10 years ago, yeah, I hate those buildings, so I want to check those too. Probably they are around here. This screams communist era, in my opinion, which I really hated. But it is what it is, I guess, even from a country like that. But I don't think we saw that many in Estonia. But here, yeah, immediately you can see that I really hate it. I really hate those buildings. I don't care how much you isolate them, how much you improved on them, how many times you change the windows, how many times you paint them, you're never gonna look great. Not to mention the interiors, which is extremely basic, extremely small. Horrible place to live. I live in one of those apartments, so horrible. Trust me. Now, I'm gonna stay from one more view here in this part of the town, which is pretty much, this is actually looks pretty nice. I would say, look at it, it's much better to living in a house like that than in an apartment like there. Again, using wood for heating, not a great idea, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, now we have new images here. Oh, look at this. You know what? Look at this picture right now. It looks actually great. Now they have good roads, decent houses. Yeah, I like it. It shows they're not the poorest country in Europe as others. They're doing great. They're doing great. Let's check this remote. Those look like a remote village to me, but still, when you go on those, the houses is pretty much nice. And in this one, I have no idea exactly if somebody is still living there. We have a cemetery here. Yeah, look at this. The yards are nice. Those green fences, whatever. Those cemetery have pretty much no fences whatsoever. This looks like a park. And a nice bench here. The roads, I think they're not as good as we saw with Estonia and Latvia, but keep in mind they are more, even they have more money. I always say there are more people here. When you have more people in a country, in an area, always gonna be much tougher to manage them, and you're gonna end up with a lot of things that even if the road have so much more many cars, I would say, on that road, they're gonna wear and tear much faster, and the repairs, they might be delayed, or who knows, maybe done every once in 10 years, or who knows. But yeah, overall I would say still pretty decent. And like I said, this is a pretty much a remote village somewhere. Let's go for this one. Like I say, always randomly on the map. I like they have a lot of green, not that many fences. Again, yeah, the road clearly is not as good as we saw in the other two countries, in Estonia and Latvia, but they have a lot of green fields, which is nice. It's not a bad place to live. They have the on a highway here, I think it is, right? Yeah, the highway, they are okay. Yeah, clearly the roads, I will not say not as well, but still pretty decent for the roads too. Now on another, then we go into the beach after this one. Yeah, the housing is pretty much okay, decent, nice one, except those what is this? You just prompt this one, so the other one is not gonna fail. What are those? Except those communist apartments, it looks pretty good. Nah, still there, they didn't remove it. Yeah, pretty nice. Let's go on the beach now. Let's see how it's on the short line. Much shorter than we saw with the other two countries, so I have no idea what to expect, but let's go for it. We have a 360 right here. I'm going for the 360 because those street views probably not that well quality, but this one is not that well either. But you can see. Let's check another one. When you don't have that much short line, just pretty much, and that many people, you're gonna pretty much jam them together. But yeah, I like those forests. The beach looks pretty clean. Yeah, I don't see any trash on them. Those are just stones and piece of wood. So yeah, nothing to worry there. Yeah, pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. I'm not sure we're gonna find the best one like we find in Estonia, but still pretty decent. This one is gonna be much harder to arrive. Yeah, clearly they lose some land here. You know what? Actually, it's pretty nice even here. Clearly, yeah, they have some problems, I would say, with erosion. I don't know how this guy built this house so close to the shore. Yeah, I think that's insane, but it is. Let me check if it's a house or what is it. See it from the street now. It's a nice house, but man, way too close to the shore. And now you're risking to lose it. Yeah, and this fence over this one doesn't look that well, so clearly not that much taste for this guy. And it's the end of the road here, so it's the last house. Somebody walk here. Yeah, those looks pretty much hopefully like abandoned houses, and now the sea coming on this way. Yeah, clearly whoever gave him approval to build there wasn't a great idea. And what is those? You can walk to the woods. Oh yeah, from this part I think it's better. Yeah, I don't know who was the stupid guy to just give someone approval to build that close to the shoreline, and now in a few years, who knows, if you have a big storm and start to erode that coastline, you're gonna have your house in the water. So congratulations for that. Let's see. Oh, they have a nice lake here, but nobody bothered to make a 360, so I can't check that out. Hopefully we are still in the border here. Yeah, not so much. Let's check the border here with Latvia. Yeah, probably that's it. Just bike there and nobody cares if you cross the border. Not that much interest, I would say. Let me check again from the other angle. Yeah, probably that's the border right there, and that's it. That should be a sign around that. Yeah, clearly. Let's check. Whoa, what is this? It is definitely something here. It's a pipe. Why you have a pipe like this? It's a sewage pipe? That's fucked up. But the beach looks nice. Yeah, it looks like a sewage pipe, I guess. I have no idea where they're coming from. Oh, from this one. It's a sewage. Yeah, I think it's dumping water. I don't think they take water from there. It's something has to do with this one. Whatever they're doing here, who knows? I think they're dumping water there. I don't think they pump water that close. But who knows? Now, we saw this coastline. I want to check. No, right here. I want to check the coastline right here. This is. They have a. Well, pretty much every single one of those countries have a border with Russia. The Estonia and Latvia on the east part of the country, and Lithuania on the on the west part of the country, southwest. They have that Kaliningrad there. Those are sand dunes. They have sand dunes here. That's nice. You have sand dunes here. Let me check. So you don't have to travel that much from the sand dunes. Okay, yeah, it's nice. They got a great tower. They got a rainbow there. A double rainbow, I guess. They got a great 360 there. Yeah, it looks like a sand dune to me. I'm not sure, but... well, it's nice to have some dunes in a country. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And check the beach on this side. Yeah, the beach is pretty nice. Not as well, I would say, as we saw with other two, but clearly a much shorter short line. But yeah, it is what it is. Now let's check those small houses here. Let's see how well those guys doing, and yeah, they're doing well. Ooh, that's a nice village to live. Nice roads. Very nice houses. Well maintained, nice yards. Those one here, they look too much jammed together. Let me check these ones. Who knows, maybe it's from tourists, but I don't like it that much. And this is from 2019. They have some police office here, whatever is that. Yeah, that's a nice village to live. That's nice. Way too close to Russia, but still nice. Ooh, what is those? Let's check those things. There's a trail here. Another dunes? Ooh, we have dunes here. So clearly, like I said, much shorter short line, but they have something that I didn't see in the other two countries. They have dunes of sand here, which is a huge plus. That's nice. Yeah, I don't see why they don't go much further, whatever that sign means. Reserva, it's probably some sort of reservation or something like that, but still you have to be walking to. That's what I hate about those reservations. They don't let you to walk around it. I have to walk on them. I want to see everything. Otherwise it's pointless in my opinion. But yeah, they have dunes, which is nice. Something that we didn't see. But they have a road here, or it's just a dirt road? Oh no, it's actually a road. Yeah, on the road side, clearly not the best. You see all the potholes and cracks. So clearly they have to improve on that, but still. We're gonna check that from other areas. Now, let's see what else we can find in this one. I think they have a border with Belarus, yeah, right here. So let's see, what is the chart shape here? Let's check this one. If you are closer to Belarus, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna have less things, less nice things. This house is nice, the road, it's, yeah, again, not that well maintained. You might actually feel a difference when you go that close. But it's still pretty nice. But yeah, I can say it feels, at least from those 360s, those street views, feels just a bit different, just a bit more poor, I would say. Not that well things invested here. Let's check this one. This one, it really looks like it's gonna get some hit, but no, they actually it is decent. Let's call it decent. But yeah, you can feel it in these images. Not that the houses are pretty much old. You have a nice lake there, but still, I think we saw better. Let's go now. Let's moving in the center of the country. Let's see if we can actually spot a huge difference. I'm gonna go for those. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, it is. It feels like a difference here. It feels like a bit modern, much modern. At least that's my belief. But yeah, oh, that's a nice house. Interesting. And those small too. It is nice. I think they're not that great, or maybe who knows, I get much expectation from the other two, but I think the Latvia and Estonia looks just a bit better, just small, it's marginally better, but probably because they have less population. And like I always say, when you have less population, you have less thing to deal with them. and it's always gonna be an advantage. Those are nice fields, and I think we can show it even here on the map. Even the money, like I say, is not that much difference between Estonia and from per capita, at least from Estonia and Lithuania. Estonia look better, I have to say. It looked better. Yeah, I'm not saying the Lithuania looks bad, but like I say, randomly, like I go on the map, I give the first position to Estonia, second Latvia, and then the third one is gonna be this one, Lithuania. What are those? Man, what is this guy? It's an old mine or career, whatever. Quarry. Yeah, like I said, the road's not in the best shape, so clearly they have to work. See what's happening when you have too many people? You're gonna have to compromise. Doesn't matter how rich you are, always gonna run into problem like this. Less people, less problem, everything looks better. Just the nature of things. Yeah, but again, doesn't look bad at all. It's just a slightly touch worse. Nice sidewalk, nice housing. Here they have a nice road. We have a guy making deliveries. Probably is gonna get paid by minimum wage. Yeah, nobody comment on, maybe I didn't have that many views on the other two videos, but I'm gonna say to this one again. If you live there, I'm curious exactly how much exactly you get paid. It's worth it to just moving there, or you should skip it, because from what I saw, especially with Latvia and Estonia, those countries looks much better. Oh, that's a nice house. Much better than most of the Western European countries. And Lithuania is pretty close to, I would say. So I am curious, even in Lithuania, how much money actually you can get paid, especially if you live in such a small remote areas. Do you can have a good life? By judging by what I see here, it looks like pretty much everyone has a nice house and a lot of green spaces. It's a nice lake. So yeah, that department, it looks, at least like I say, it looks pretty good. But I'm curious how exactly actually you think it is there. Because yeah, I'm curious how much money you can actually make there, and what is the minimum amount of them, and how expensive is the life. Because it might be actually a better, even make less money, let's say, than Germany, it might be actually a better alternative to actually live your life. And especially if you live in those small villages or remote areas, sometimes feels like you're gonna get more in return. You just give up a little bit of money, but have a much quiet, nicer life. Look at this, that's a nice yard here. Everybody seems to have those nice yards. They're taking care of them very well. I didn't see a bus station, so I see this wall for posters. Yeah, everywhere I go, the roads are not well, so clearly they have to work on that. I am curious how a bus station would look like. If I have something right in here. This could be a good spot for a bus station. I don't think we have one. Yeah, overall it's pretty nice, I would say, except the roads. Clearly they have to work on that. Houses looks just a touch lower quality than we saw with the other twos. I have two birds there. Otherwise, another one, the other two there. Otherwise, not disappointed. I'm not disappointed at all. Still, yeah, that's why I'm curious how exactly. Obviously, if you have to choose between those three, I will go with Estonia, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. That's why I'm curious exactly how those people actually live. Look at this, when you live in a big town, how call this one, a big small city, whatever, you have to deal with those horrible apartments, which I hate. And that's why probably, like I say, it's much better to just live in a small village, remote area, and not dealing with those horrific places. Yeah, clean streets. I have no idea where we are here. Looks like a college dorm or something like that. That's a nice looking house, and then you have these horrific apartments. Oof. I absolutely hate them, like I say. Not enough words in this world to say how much I hate those things. I hate apartment building and multiple store house. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm looking for a bus station. Oh, I think we have one here, yeah. Oh, so pretty clean. No poster glued on them. Yeah, actually pretty nice, but look at this horrific apartment. Yuck, no way. I probably choose to live, like I said, besides living in these big cities, probably I would like to live, let's say, here in a smaller one, but let's see how those people actually live. This is 2012, so yeah, big old on this side. And yeah, not that many people. What is that? Have great yards. They have great yards, but clearly they have to improve on the road. Let me check another one. Maybe you get lucky and have a new one. No, again from that old time. Let me check this one. This is from 2023. Okay, so a bit newer. Yeah, see, I would probably choose to live in a more remote area, but with more quiet and a bigger land and the nice spaces. Nice green one, than actually living in those apartments. Like I say, pretty much hate them. So yeah, they have pavement roads, not all of them, but most of them they have. And yeah, clearly this one is not a great area. It looks a bit older. Yeah, in Estonia I don't think we saw that many old houses as we see here. So yeah, it feels like, see, once again, when you have just a bit more people than you have to, you're gonna run in trouble. You're gonna have troubles. And probably from Lithuania, I will estimate 100,000 people. If they have a population of 100,000 people, they're gonna live the dream here. But now, clearly, they are on the declining side, so that's a good sign. We're gonna see how well they're gonna do in the future, but they seems to go on the decline side with the population, which like I say is good compared with what we saw. This is a Google card. What we saw in Estonia when they have less population, and they're doing better actually. But yeah, it could be a sign of improvement with time. Who knows, maybe by 2050 you're gonna see even better here. But yeah, the houses in this country looks just a touch older and not that well maintained. The roads not that well maintained, so they have some minuses, I would say. And I think we saw probably much more communist apartments than I saw in the other two. Okay, such a nice bus station. I think those, yeah, they're not posted, just maps on the city. Clean bus. When you have clean bus station, it just shows you have a pretty much very well behaved population and a low crime rate. I would say that should be a metrics. How clean is your bus station? That's gonna reflect your crime rate in a country, or at least in the area. It's a good measuring tool. But yeah, it looks nice. Even in this town, probably I would like to live. If they don't have those horrific apartments, not in this one obviously, but I don't know, in a building like this one, they say, let's see, probably better, yeah, but I don't want to have this one as view, and definitely not those ones. So yeah, imagine if you can demolish all of those horrible buildings and just build these ones. It looks much better with some balconies, and yeah, that looks like a building I would like to live. If you have to live in an apartment, I would say probably in a house gonna be much better, but not on this busy road. Oh, they have a store here. Oh, this is the commercial center. They have Pepco, which is great. Fam Club, I have no idea, I don't have it in my country. Chalti, whatever is that, if I pronounce it right. And this Maxima, I think they call it, yeah, Maxima. I don't have that in my country either, but it looks like probably a good general store or supermarket. You can buy pretty much anything. Yeah, again, bus station clean, so I'm glad we saw that. Oh, that's a nice house. See, just one level, you don't need a second level for a house like this one. It looks much worse. This one looks like a vintage house. This one probably gonna be nice if you restore it. Yeah, overall nice place here in Lithuania. Oh, that's a nice green lawn. Yeah, overall, like I say, I will put them on the third position. The first one is gonna be Estonia, and second Latvia, and then Lithuania. So clearly they have a lot to improve. But once again, they have more people, more population, and clearly we saw that. What is those? Oh, we found some bad areas. Oh, what are those? Yeah, you just want to die here. That's it. You don't want to just, should somebody send you here, you just want to die. The green spaces are pretty nice. I hate when people just put their laundry outside for everybody to see them. The green area is pretty nice, but these cubes of housing meat inside them, no way. So I don't want to end in those bad areas. I have no idea how I managed to find them. So let me check on other things, because it doesn't help them that well. Let me make sure I'm not crossing the border. Yeah, but those places did not look great, I would say. This one, on the other hand, they have a nice lake here, or whatever that is. Nice individual houses. They have the garbage truck. Ooh, this one have even a much better lake. So yeah, look at this. That's much better. Comparison with what we saw a few kilometers in the other direction. This is much better. This is where you want to live, not in those insanely small crowded apartments. But do something to fix the roads, because it just looks horrible. See, that's nice. Look at these big lands, nice houses, small fences. That's the life. Yeah, we're gonna end it here because it looks great. I don't want to end it in a bad area. But yeah, overall it looks nice. Like I say, if you live in this country, just tell me in the comments how much money you make, how much easier it is to make money in those small towns, small villages, whatever you want to call it, because the life there, it looks much better than any other cities in the country. And also, how would you rank those three countries? Because for me, it's Estonia. It's pretty much from the north to south. Estonia, Latvia, and then Lithuania on the last place. But all of them look pretty good, and clearly it's worth visiting, I would say, especially with all the things that happen in big cities like Paris and Berlin, and have not so much crime, and pretty much you get pickpocket at every corner. Probably it's gonna be cheaper and a better idea to just visit those three countries. but maybe just me.